Hi, welcome to another episode of Jump TV. And today, what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. I don't do this very often, but I'm going to do a review today. And I'm going to be doing Supercharged from the Offspring. So let's take a look. So, first of all, this artwork is awesome. I really love the artwork of the album. It's very like 1980s, kind of like cartoony. I don't know. It kind of gives me like He-Man kind of vibes a little bit. It's giving He-Man. I love that. The reason why I'm doing this album is because The Offspring is one of my favorite bands of all time, and this album was very like highly anticipated from them, so I was really excited. Let's take a look at the back real quick. So the back is actually like the red version of the skeleton. It's actually like inverted, which is kind of interesting. If I open it up, they're kind of like facing each other, which is pretty sick. But this album has 10 tracks on it, and I'm going to talk about a couple of them. Now, I can't really play the album for you because of copyright claims, but I will kind of open it and show you what is in the vinyl. This is the record store day, or not record store day, but small record store like exclusive version. I was up in Santa Cruz recently, and I went to Streetlight Records, and I asked them if they had any copies of this, because this actually came out. I got up there on a Wednesday. It came out on a Thursday. It came out actually on October 10th. And I saw a big stack of them behind the counter, and they put one aside for me, and I went and picked it up. So super cool. But it's a really awesome vinyl, and it opens up, and it has all these different skeleton, like almost like snippets, comic booky kind of things, which is really cool. They're little individual art pieces for the songs, which is awesome. And then the actual vinyl itself has, or the little slipcase has the other two skeletons. It has all the lyrics for all the songs, and then I love the way that this turned out. This blue, like cloud splatter looking vinyl. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It is such a gorgeous vinyl. I am so stoked about it. But I'll talk a little bit about the songs. So let's take a look. So if you want to check out the track list, you can pull up another app or Spotify, YouTube Music, whatever you use for your music. I'll put the track name down here, and then you can listen to it kind of as I'm talking about it. But looking up for number one is track number one, and I really like it. I think that it starts off really awesome. It kind of just like hits you with like a good little like kind of chuggy little beat, and then I really love the way that it just kind of it plays into Offspring's goofiness a little bit, because there's a voice that's kind of in the background. I really like it. It's a good start to the album. The second song is called Light It Up, and this was one of the songs that they released as a standalone single before the album came out. It's awesome. It's really high energy. It gives like the Ignition era Offspring kind of vibe, like a little bit of Smash, which is awesome, because I think that's actually why they might have done the skull look. And the album is called Supercharged. Light It Up is very fast-paced. It's very like, it's mosh pity, which is, when Offspring does really fast, like thrashy kind of songs, it's great. Track number 3 is called The Fall Guy, and this one surprised me. This is actually one of my favorite tracks on the album, and I love the opening for it, and I really love the steady, consistent beat with the song. And that's actually kind of a theme with this whole album, but the song's really great. It kind of just goes through, and it doesn't really let up, so it's a good pace for the album. And then track number 4 was the one that they released way ahead of the release. I think they did it like 2 months before the release came out, but it's Make It All Right. And this one's okay. It leans a little more towards like the newer side of Offspring, like from like Rise and Fall on. It's very similar to You're Gonna Go Far Kid. It has a very poppy kind of feel to it. But you know what? I really think that song kind of balances out the high energy of this album. I like it. I actually really do. It's kind of like a good feel-good song. Track number 5 is okay, but this is the last time. And track number 5 it's interesting. It's definitely not something that they do very often, where they do like a really slow kind of poppy kind of sounding song. So they put the two pop songs kind of like back to back, which is, I think, a very smart move. It really does help with pacing. But I like it. I like the premise of the song. I like that it's very relatable. It's from what I've gathered from the song. Now, you might have a completely different opinion, but that's why I like music. It's always open for interpretation. But one thing that I noticed with the song is it's about how you could be with somebody who makes you do things you don't want to do, and you're kind of too scared to tell that person. And I've definitely in the past been in relationships like that, and I think that the song really spoke to me, so I really like it. I don't skip it if it comes on. Track number 6 is probably the next to Light It Up. It's probably one of the faster songs on the album. It's called Truth in Fiction. This song is legit. This song is badass. I love the high energy of Truth in Fiction. It just goes and it does not let up. I think it's only about a minute or so long. It's pretty short, but I really like it. I love when they do really fast songs like that, because it shows they've been around for a very long time, and it shows that they can still do really fast stuff, and I love it. Like, they can still compete and hold up with like a lot of their peer bands, and I admire that a lot. That's really awesome. Number 7 is Come to Brazil. I don't know why, but this song is one of my favorites on the album. This song sounds very like metal. It has a very metal, hardcore kind of vibe to it, with like like the chuggy kind of guitar, but the crescendo buildup where it just does the just kind of goes, that it's so legit. And then they have the end of the song where they just end with the ole 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 ole, and it's great. I can't imagine how much energy that song will have live, but I'm incredibly like excited to see them again live after this. Number 8 is Get Some. Not gonna lie, this is probably my least favorite track on the album. I don't know why. It's okay. In a way, it actually kind of sounds like I don't know why. It kind of sounds like a 80s kind of metal band. I mean, I love 80s like hair metal and metal, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really fit on this album very well. It's kind of, the vibe and the pace is so good throughout this album, but then that song just kind of, I feel it just kind of throws a wrench in the album. But you know, this is just my opinion. You don't have to have the same opinion. That's totally fine. But it picks it back up with number 9, which is Hanging by a Thread. Actually, these last 2 songs are my 2 favorite songs probably on the whole album. Hanging by a Thread is, again, from my interpretation, it's another song where like you're just kind of fed up with the way that things are. And I really love the music in this one. I think that it has a good, like, diverse feel to it. It doesn't just feel like how a lot of the other songs are kind of one thing all throughout. It kind of changes it up. It has different drum patterns, and I really like that. Now, the last song is You Can't Get There From Here. And I think that song actually made me want to do a review on this album, because every one of Offspring's albums have a very, like, a song that really hits you more than the others, I feel. I think that's kind of the same with every album. This song is incredible because I honestly really relate to it. I myself am in a band called Black Market Theory, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. Spotify, we have some music out. But that song really resonated with me because it really plays into your fear and your guilt and your self-doubt, your self-worth. Like, can I do what I do and not necessarily make a living out of it, but feel fulfillment from it? Can I really push myself to do the things that I want to do? And all of us have that fear in the back of our minds where we're very, we're scared. we're scared people, and we're scared to try new things. And I really admire that song, and I admire its message. But overall, with this album, I give it a 4 out of 5. I like it. Is it my favorite Offspring album? Not by a long shot, but I did like it better than the last one that they released, and I've enjoyed it. I've listened to it on my record player. I've listened to it digitally in the car. I like it. And Offspring, if you are watching this at all, I really like this album, and I'm really stoked about it. So I appreciate the fact that you guys have been one of my favorite bands, and I really like it. So 4 out of 5. That's what I'm going with. But I haven't done a video like this in a while. Usually it's it's gaming and movie themed, but sometimes I'll throw in a music episode here and there because I have a very big fond appreciation for music. So as always, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.